Hey guys, what is going on? It's HFactor66 doing more Diablo 3 Darkening of Tristram coverage. Today I'm going to be revisiting the Cultist pages because after doing more research on the Cultist pages, I realized how much that I missed out about the Cultist pages and left out of my video. So I'm going to be doing a redo of the videos, explaining it a little bit more and highlighting every location where you can find the Cultist pages. So, without further ado, we're going to start with Act 1 locations. And there are a lot of them, so much that I had to write down every single location in every act. And I searched high and low in every act to find all these locations. So, in Act 1, you can find the cultists on any of the cathedral levels, is where I found the cultists. You can also find them in the Weeping Hollow. You can also find them in the Fields of Misery, the Festering Woods. You can also find them in the Caverns of Araneae. You can also find them in any of the levels of the Halls of Agony. So that is every location you can find the pages in Act 1. The Cathedral, the Weeping Hollow, the Fields of Misery, the Festering Woods, the Caverns of Araneae, and any of the Halls of Agony levels. So those are all the places you can look in Act 1 for the remainder of this event. Moving on to Act 2, the locations, there's not that many of them. There's only 2 locations in the Act 2, and those are the Dahlgur Oasis and the Desolate Sands. Those are the only 2 locations I found cultists when I did my playthrough. Anyways, on to Act 3. Now Act 3 has a lot of locations, which is perfectly legitimate because there's a lot of places to go in Act 3. So with Act 3, we're going to start here at Stonefort. You can find them at Stonefort. Then in any of the keep depth levels, you can find them at Rakkis Crossing. You can find them in level 1 of the Arreat crater, level 1 of Tower of the Damned, but not level 2, surprisingly. And nowhere in Heart of the Damned. You can find them in Arreat Crater level 2. You cannot find them in the Tower of the Cursed level 1 or 2. You can find them in the core of the Arreat. And you can also find them in the ruins of Sescheron. So in Act 3, you have Stonefort, any of the Keep's depth levels. You have the Rakkis Crossing, the Arreat Crater level 1 and 2, Tower of the Damned level 1, core of Arreat, and ruins of Sescheron. Moving on to Act 4, the locations are as follows. Any of the Gardens of Hope tiers, the Hell Rift, and any of the Silver Spire levels. So in Act 4, the only place you cannot find the cultists is the Besieged Tower. And finally, with Act 5, all locations go as follows. You can find them in the Westmarch Commons, the Westmarch Heights, the Paths of the Drowned, I didn't find them in the Blood Marsh, but that might be because the Paths of the Drowned and the Blood Marsh are connected. So I would search both areas just to be sure. You can also find them in the Battlefields of Eternity, and you can also find them in Greyhollow Island. So that is going to about wrap this up for locations. But the purpose of the pages is to unlock a challenge, and you also get a Classic Angel, which I guess is a title card, where you put it around your character's profile picture, I guess. So anyways, that wraps up the cultist pages in depth explained. So I hope this is a lot more helpful than my last video, and I will see you guys hopefully with more Diablo 3 coverage of the Darkening of Tristram event. I would have liked to do all this sooner, but I had laptop issues, and I already explained this in my last video. Go check it out. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you guys in the next video.